Hey guys, welcome back to M&M IELTS. This is Manmohit. Now in today's video, we are going to understand the topic from your IELTS reading module, and the topic is called sentence completion. Now we have done few topics from the reading section already, which ends with the word completion. That means something would be missing and our job is to complete that off. Now there is a topic called summary completion and then few other topics of the completion. How this topic differs from the other topics is, as the word says sentence, you will just be given one single sentence, not a paragraph, not few different sentences, just one single sentence, and this one will have a blank at the end. This is why this topic is called sentence completion. Now this is not much different to summary completion, I would say, but obviously IELTS have designed it as a different topic, categorized it as a different topic. So you will have one sentence. Let's say they will say solve the question number 1 to 5, something like this. So you will have different question and each question will obviously carry 1 mark each, and then you will have few paragraphs given to you. Using the information from the paragraph, you have to identify where the sentence is and then fill out the missing words. Few tips for this particular topic. Now, first of all, this topic is not a very common kind of topic. That means it's not compulsory that you would be getting this topic in the real exam. But then just because of that, we cannot take this topic for granted and leave that out straight away, because it can come. So we have to understand how this operates. What would happen in this task is, your job is to obviously the paragraphs that would be given to you, read those paragraphs out and then identify where those sentences are given. Best part about this topic is that all the answers, you can even write this down, all the answers will be in the sequence. So that's another topic from the reading module, where the answers come in the sequence. That means if we find the answer for the question number 1 in the first paragraph, the answer for the question number 2 is definitely going to be in the second paragraph. It won't be like second answer is coming first and then the first answer and so on. So they always come in sequence. The way to attempt this particular topic would be, yes, you need to have an understanding of the synonyms and the kind of paraphrasing, the way they would have structured the sentences and all that. The way to understand this topic is that we always have to make sure that we always try to find the meaning and not try to find the exact words. Never ever start reading out the paragraph and expect the exact same wording of the sentence written in there, because otherwise it would have been very easy topic. They will have the same sentence, but obviously in a paraphrase way. You will never ever get the exact same wording from the sentence in the given passage, in the given paragraph. So that's tip number 1. Always make sure you look for the exact words. Second tip is, since it's a sentence and it's reading, it has to be grammatically correct. Okay, so when you put out the words in here, you are always to make sure that the sentence makes sense, the sentence is grammatically correct, because if it is not grammatically correct, that means the answer that you have written is not correct. You have to check that. So grammar rules have to be followed properly. Only then you can fit in the answers. One major tip that I can give you for this particular topic is, always, now this thing is, I cannot stress that enough, always make sure that you read the question. Read the question as in read the topic, heading of the topic. Because if you do not read that, trust me, you will not get any marks or you will not get anywhere, because you're not following what the IELTS exam wants you to do. So you always have to make sure you read the question. Question will always say, write no more than, could be anything afterwards, no more than 2 words, no more than 3 words, or write at least 2 words, something like this. So you always go with the question, what it is asking you. Otherwise, you will not get anywhere. If it says write no more than 2 words, and if you have written the Adelaide city, even if the answer was correct, you will not get any marks for that because you did not satisfy the condition of the question. If it says write at least 2 words and you have just written the word Adelaide, again, you will not get any marks for that one because they want you to write at least means minimum 2 words for that particular answer. That's why reading out this question is very important. Otherwise, you will not get any marks, because if you would have written more words or less words, they will deduct marks for that one. You will not get any marks at all for that particular question at least. Another tip that I can give you is always make sure you read the sentence first and then read the paragraph. Never do it any other way. Never do it the other way around. Never read the paragraph first and then the sentences, because you will be wasting a lot of time. Trust me, reading section is a very complicated task in the IELTS exam, because you only get about 20 minutes per question, 20 minutes per task. So, and there's so many of those questions to solve. So you have to be very quick and efficient in the real exam. Always read the sentence first, understand what information you're looking for, and then start reading out the paragraph. Now, when you read out a sentence, obviously the sentence would be about 8, 10, 12, 15 words even. So you can't remember every single word. And in the exam, the way it would happen is you will have the paragraphs given on one page, and then the questions, you will have to scroll down the pages. You will have to flip down so many pages and then reach the question. So if you keep on doing back and forth, trust me, you will be wasting a lot of time. When you read out the sentence, always and always make sure you pick the keywords out of the given sentence, not the complete sentence, because your brain cannot remember every single word. For example, if they would have said, today is a bright, sunny day in Adelaide, there's no way I can remember these 8, 10 words and then start reading out the paragraphs in a row. What I'll do is, I'll just read out the keywords out of it. Now, right now I can see the keywords that they have given me here are today, bright, sunny, day, Adelaide. Just look at these important. Is, in, on, under, to, off, from, all these words are there, yes, but then they do not make any sense to you. Just pick up the keywords and then move towards the second step. Start reading out the paragraph and try to locate where you find those keywords. Once you find those keywords in whatever paragraph, then start reading out that paragraph thoroughly, because you will know for sure that you will find the correct answer in that particular paragraph. So these were the few tips that I wanted to give you for this topic. It's a bit similar to summary completion and few other topics in your reading module, but then it's important to understand how this topic works. Now what I'll do is I'll bring up the question, the paragraphs, and a couple of questions in front of you. We'll give you 3 minutes to find the answers, and then we will discuss the answers as well as to which one is correct and where did we find the answers. So what I'll do is I'll bring up the questions first now. So now if you see, this is how the topic will look like in the real exam. As you can see, they have given us few sentences with the blanks at the end, and then they have given us the question heading. Like we discussed, we will first of all read out the question, what this question is asking from us. It says, complete the sentences below with words taken from the reading passage. Use no more than 3 words. So maximum words that we can use is 3. Yes, you can use 1 word answer. Yes, you can use 2 words answer. Maximum you can use is 3, no more than that. For each answer, write your answers in the boxes 21 to 26 on your answer sheet. So you basically just write it down. If it's a computer-based exam, you just type down your answer. Now, second tip that I gave you was always read the sentence and identify the keywords from there. Never read out the paragraph first. So I haven't even opened up the paragraphs yet, but what I'll do is we'll do these first 2 questions over here now. It says, many developers prefer mass-produced houses because they dash. Obviously, we have to make sure the answer is grammatically correct. So here it says, many developers prefer mass-produced houses. Because means why? Why do developers prefer mass-produced houses? My main keyword here is mass-produced houses. Developers, mass-produced houses. So why do developers favor or prefer mass-produced houses? This is my keyword. So now we'll go to the paragraphs over here. So I'll just make it smaller just so that you can see all the paragraphs in a sequence. Okay. So these are the paragraphs over here. Now what I want you to do is take 2 minutes, no more than that. I'll play the timer over here. Take 2 minutes, Try to identify where you get the answer, and in the comments down below, just put down what answer have you got, 1, 2, or maximum 3 words. And then after 2 minutes, I'll be back with you and I'll explain you as to where did we get the answer and how did we get the answer. So the timer starts now. So if you would have read this paragraph out, what it says over here is in the fourth sentence, it says something about mass produced housing. So the moment I find those important keywords of my sentence, afterwards I'll start reading out that sentence thoroughly just to identify my answer. What it says is, in Europe, the obstacle has been conservative local authorities and developers, we've got the developers as well, who prefer to ensure quick sales with conventional mass-produced housing. It's the same sentence that has been given to us in the question form, but they have just paraphrased that sentence. They haven't said developers prefer mass-produced housing because of making sure they get quick sales. They have written the reason first and then mentioned the mass-produced housing. So they have said developers who prefer to do what? Ensure quick sales. That's the reason they prefer the mass-produced houses, to get quick sales. So this is my answer over here, to ensure quick sales. Is this satisfying my condition of no more than 3 words? Yes, it is. Ensure quick sales. Now, once I go back to my sentence, I need to see how do I fit these words by making sure it's still grammatically correct. Now, if I look at the answer over here, my answer was ensure quick sales because they ensure quick sales. Now what I'll do is I'll read out the sentence and see, does that make any sense? Is it grammatically correct or not? Many developers prefer mass-produced houses because they ensure quick sales. They plural ensure singular. Verb, the sentence is grammatically correct. Does it satisfy my condition of no more than 3 words? Yes, it does. That means I've got my correct answer. So I'll just leave it as like this. Many developers prefer mass produced houses because they ensure quick sales. This is how you follow all the tips in a sequence and then find your answer. Let's do one more. Second one says the Dutch development was welcomed by dash. The Dutch development, that's my keyword, was welcomed by who? We are looking for someone who welcomed the Dutch development. So we're again going back to our paragraphs. I'll again give you 2 minutes. Try to find the answer, put them down in the comment section below, and after 2 minutes we'll discuss and explain how we got the answer. So let's take the answer. Now, funny enough, the answer is in the very next sentence because it has said the exact same words over here. Like I said, the answers will always be in sequence. It says, but the Dutch development, my keywords, was greeted, is greeted, and the word welcomed by exactly the same. Yes, greeted with, welcomed by, both are exactly the same. Greeted with undisguised relief by who? We are looking for the who, as in the person, as in who, by South Limburg planners, because of whatever and whatever. That's not our thing, like that's not something which is relevant to us, but it was greeted by who? South Limburg planners. 3 words, it satisfies my condition, so my answer has to be South Limburg planners. No more than 3 words. Absolutely, that's my correct answer. So this is how you identify these particular questions to get the correct answers for Always follow these tips that I've given you in sequence. Do not try to fantasize, do not try to make this question any more fancier. Just follow the basics, just stick with your basics, and you should be all good with this particular topic. If you have any sort of questions, do feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and me and Mohit will answer those questions as quickly as possible. If you have any sort of specific content ideas, do post them down in the comment section below, and we would be trying to make those videos a lot quicker and a lot earlier. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have any sort of doubts or anything, again, leave them down in the comment section below, and me and Mohit would be will keep on making the videos in the future as well, like the way we have been making up until now. If you have got your exams coming soon, all the very best, and I'll see you guys in the next video.